It's hot, real hot. So we got fans and air conditioners running. Pardon the noise. Hey, what's happening, guys? I had a thought last night when I couldn't sleep because it was so doggone hot. My son, who is 17 years old and for all accounts and purposes relatively intelligent, can never remember to bring a cell phone charger with him. And I think we've now bought like 10 of them. You know, the little ones that just plug into the wall. So I've got an idea using a voltage regulator and a few components to make an emergency cell phone charger that you can just hook up to a 9-volt battery and be good to go whenever you want. So let's start off with a 7805. Nice little voltage regulator, right? So we'll put that there. And then let's also add in our circuit components here, the ground and VCC. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add some capacitors. Electrolytics. There's going to be one on either side of the regulator. The one on the input side, 1 microfarad should be good. The one on the output side, one a little bit more. So we'll say 10 microfarads. Okay? Oh, 20. Paul, you don't know how to type, do you? There we go. Now, we are also going to put in a couple of little filter caps. Again, one on each side. I guess they'd be decoupling caps. Either way, it doesn't matter how you look at it. They do the same job. And 0.1 is going to be good for both of them. Next, we are going to want a little bit of polarity protection, because we are talking about kids all and they you know, kids. So we'll use a 1N4007 diode for our polarity protection. The next thing we are going to need is our input voltage, and I'm thinking of using this with a 9-volt battery. So for that, we are going to add just a simple pigtail. And then for our output, we need a USB Type A female connector. Let's see if we can find that. USB connector Type A. Oh my. There we have it. And I think we've got everything together. So now we need to start connecting some stuff. So let's give this a name. We'll call this 9-volt input. And this is our 4007. Okay. So our VCC connects here. This connects here. Let's try and line these up so it's kind of neat, right? Oops. Story of my life. Alright. Now for this bypass capacitor here. C3, we want it to be very close to the device that we are using it with. In the schematic part, it really doesn't matter, but we'll get to that when we get to the PCB layout. Alright, now for our out. Basically the same thing. Doggone it, Paul, come on. Get on there. I'm using a new mouse. I'm having trouble. What the schnizzle going on there? Yeah. I might switch back to my old mouse. I like this one. Yeah, I know. Excuses, excuses. They're like, excuses. Sorry, I think the humidity is making me a little bit goofy. Alright. Them up. Whoops. The wrong thing there, Polly. Polly, my boy. Yep. I gotta switch back to the other mouse. I'm not gonna do it right now, but I don't like this mouse. It is a Logitech wireless mouse. Okay. Now, pins 2 and 3 we won't be using. We'll connect our grounds. Come on. Doggone it, I might just cancel the video here and switch mice right back. What's going on with this guy? Well, Paul, you really screwed that up. That is the out, not the ground, you dingbat. How many of you are screaming at your computer? Hands up. You know, this is how it goes when you get older and your eyes aren't so good and you're trying to make a video, so it can be a little bit interesting, right? Okay, why is that like there we go. So now we'll save that and we will convert it to a PCB. Alright, I'm thinking small. I'm thinking width of 50 millimeters and a height of 30, which is pretty much what they gave us here. Also make the corners round so we don't hurt ourselves. They can be very pokey. And there we go. And just because I wasn't paying attention, again, man, I'm having a day, aren't I? I put in SMD resistors, and we all know I hate SMD. So we got to flip back over here. Take out these little guys. And just redo them as a through hole. Right? Right. Okay. What the? Let's try that one more time. Alright. I think we're good. We'll save it. We'll update our PCB. Did we update it? There we go. Alright, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. So let us start with our output. We'll put that right there at the edge of the board. And our input, which we'll put at this edge of the board. We'll line up our components. Something like that. All right, which one's our filter for the output? That is C4. So we'll bring C4 here. And we'll line her up real nice. And same with C3. And our voltage regulator. And our two reservoir caps. But hang on, I want to do something here first before I put them in, just to make sure everything looks lovely. We're going to select all these guys. And we will align their horizontal centers. There we go. Now everything's nice and lined up. Uh-oh, don't do that. Do this. All right, we'll bring that in there. That in there, and then we'll take these two guys. And we'll align their vertical centers like that. And let's save it before we go any further. And what we want to do is we want to select them all again. It's easier to just click them for me than to try and draw an outline, because if you miss just a little part of it, it won't select it and you'll end up doing it again. So we want to display the name. We don't need the prefixes. Okay, so now we can work on getting pretty. So we'll go to our top silk layer. Like that. And that. And there. And there. It should be 0.1 micro. And this should be 0.1 microfarad. Okay. Oh, there's that one. It was hiding. Okay, let's save here. And then I'm going to do a couple more beauty things, which you don't really have to watch. Now we just need to order our boards. So we'll go instant quote, quick order PCB, add our Geaqr file. Yeah, I don't know why it does that, but it'll be fine. I'm going to get 10 of these. And I'm going to make them a little thick. Just because this is something you're going to carry with you or throw in your glove compartment. So I want to make them a little bit solid. Black. Silk screen is white. No edge connectors. Plain coating is good. That's all good. And we shall order them. Alright. All we have to do now is wait a week or so for them to come in. Alright, the boards are back. Took a little over a week. They look pretty good, and you can see they are extra thick compared to a standard PCB. And that's because, like I said, I want these to be able to, stick these in a car, in your glove compartment or something. You throw your 9-volt battery on there. Bam. You're good to go. So, let's build this. Where should we start? How about with a diode for protection? That's always a good place. Yeah, I know you're probably saying to yourself, but it's a 9-volt battery. Why would you need polarity protection? Well, have you met teenagers? Is it all possible to hook a 9-volt battery up backwards? A teenager will do it. Especially mine. So, on that note, we are employing a little polarity protection measure. And that's always a good idea. There we go. Trim these guys off. Next we'll get our decoupling caps in there. This is a really simple project. But I think it's useful. And man, that's what I strive for in my builds, is useful. I don't really care how beautiful it is. Just want it to work. We'll put our other decoupling cap over here. I'm sorry. Yeah, decoupling. That's right. Not filter. Had to think for a second. Now, when we get to the USB connector, I had to scavenge one because the ones I ordered have not shown up. And it's the end of the month, and I want to get these videos done. So we had to scavenge one, and it's not going to be an exact fit, but it'll be close enough, and we'll make it work. So we need, pardon me, bumping the camera. Here's our one. Put that guy in there like that. That footprint is a tight one, so you got to be careful on the tight ones like this that you don't end up with a solder bridge. And that can happen really easily. So just, extra care. Use only the amount of solder needed for the job. Try to avoid the bigger the glob, better the job mentality. I'm just reflowing them to make sure we got a good joint there. And yeah, it looks like we do. We'll bite them off. Then we need our 10 microfarad, which is this guy here. Those are our filter caps. We're filtering in and we're filtering out to give us the smoothest possible for this. All right, let's zoom in here. Give you like a better look. Me trying to solder these up without bridging them. It's got to be careful. Once you see the pad is covered, you're good. Yep, looks pretty good. Pad's covered. Next, our 7805 voltage regulator. I'm down to one of them, boys. Probably one of the most useful ones, the 7805. We'll get her down in there. And we'll solder one end in. Then we'll adjust. Now, this isn't meant to replace your regular cell phone charger. This is meant to get you out of a jam. If you got no charge left and you're stuck somewhere, you need to make a call. You have one of these in your glove box. Charge your phone up. Maybe 10% or so. Just enough to get you out of a jam. It's not meant to charge your phone back up to 100%. Yep. All right. And finally, our USB connector, which again I had to scavenge. Hang on. So this might be just a little tricky to get all these guys in there. Did they all go? Am I that lucky? Well, maybe I am. All right, hang on. All right. We'll tape to hold it down there. See if we can't get her soldered in. What are you doing? How's that look? Yeah, not terrible. Hey, come on. What are you doing? There we go. Take that off. Not bad. All right, there she is, hooked up to the meter. And as you can see here, we are getting a beautiful 5 volts out. So she's working. I'm really shocked that it's that spot on 5 volts. That's a freaking miracle. Of course, it could be the voltage in the battery's a little low, you know, things like that, because I would never expect to get exactly the value I wanted. But we did, so that's pretty cool, and I am pretty happy. So it works. Whew. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Feel free to comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe. Big thanks to you for watching, and a big thanks to PCBWay for sponsoring these videos. I wouldn't be here without them. That's it. I'm out. Peace.